All right, team, I know I said that last video is video number 7, but I went back and counted my videos, and it was video number 6. This is video number 7. That's why you don't make videos at 1 a.m. All right, video number 7, taking a indirect free kick. All right, I don't expect you guys to know or to remember what earns you a direct free kick or an indirect free kick. What I do expect you to remember is to ask the referee. If something has happened during the game and the referee gives us a free kick, if they're a good referee, they'll indicate that it's an indirect free kick by sticking their hand straight up in the air and looking towards the direction that you're going to kick the ball. If it's a direct free kick, they're going to stick their hand diagonally towards the direction of play. So in this instance, if we had a direct free kick in our half, they're going to point their hand this direction, because that's the way we're going to kick it. All right, so if they stick their hand straight up in the air, indirect. If they point their hand at an angle towards the other team's goal, that's direct. If they don't do either, say, sir or ma'am, is this a direct or an indirect free kick? If you guys want to learn the difference on how you earn them, there's an app you can get your parents to download called the IFAB, and you're welcome to read all the rules. But the easiest way to remember it is if it's an ouchie foul, as in like you've been kicked, scratched, punched, something like that, something that made you say ouch, it's probably a direct free kick. The exception to that is a handball. A handball is also a direct free kick, unless it's the goalkeeper. That's a different thing, because goalkeepers are allowed to use their hands. But if an outfield player does a handball, that's usually a direct free kick too. If it's not an owie or not a handball, it's probably indirect. But again, look at the referee. If they know what they're doing, they're going to signal to you what it is. If they don't signal it, it is okay to go up to them and say, sir, ma'am, is this a direct or indirect kick? All right, let's get into this. These next 4 videos are probably going to be a little bit longer than the other one, so stay with me, because each scenario kind of depends on where this happens. This video is going to be indirect free kicks, which means an indirect free kick means that you can't kick it directly into the goal. Indirect means you cannot kick it directly into the goal. So let's go over, let's get rid of these guys, because these guys don't matter for this. The pitch is split into thirds, all right? Just like there's 3 channels going across it lengthways, there's 3 sections of it widthways. If we're defending this half, and then there's this half over here that's their half, this is the offensive half, and this is our defensive half. But now we're adding another one. They're actually going to split it into thirds. There's the defensive third, which is the third closest to our goal, the center third, or the middle third, which is the third here in the middle, and the offensive third, which is the third closest to their goal. And depending on where we've earned our indirect free kick, depends on the tactic I want you to use. All right? If we've earned it in our defensive third, so somewhere back here, we're just going to take it like it's a goal kick for the most part. All right? Goalkeeper comes up to take it, 4 and 5, kind of tucked in a little wide, 7 and 11, out wider, 8 somewhere here in front, 9 over here. Goalkeeper, just take it like it's a goal kick, okay? Put it out wide, put it long, whatever you need to do. If we've earned it in the middle third, all right, it kind of depends on where we earned it at in the middle third. If we're all the way right on the edge of the middle third, all the way back here, kind of the same scenario as the defensive third, but I want one of the defenders to take it instead of the goalkeeper, all right? I don't want to push the goalkeeper up to just send a long ball away and have something shot right back down on him. So the 4 or the 5 can take this. 8 play centrally, wing get out, 11 get out, 9 maybe plug, find some space up here, play a little bit deeper. 5, just kick the ball forward. Whoever's open, whatever space you can find, just move it open. There's no huge tactical advantage right here for us to try and score. But if we've earned that indirect free kick in the middle third and it's closer to their goal, we're going to set this up like a scoring opportunity, okay? Again, the 4 or the 5 are going to take it. If it's the 5 taking it, 4, you're going to be back here providing support. Everybody else, you're going to get up here, all right? Know who's taking it. You know, some kids kick it a little further than others. Just get up here. Spread out a little bit, but be in front of the goal. Take your time. You need 30 seconds to get up here and kind of get in front of the goal. Get in front of the goal. Make sure you're not offside. Offside matters here. But get as close to the goal as they'll let you without being offside. And the other team kind of gets to dictate that on where they line up. 5, you're just going to try to get this over and in front of the goal. You're not going to shoot it, because if you score, it doesn't count. But you're going to try to lob it into this space in between the goal and all our players. Just like a corner. Put your hand up and drop it when you're going to run up and shoot it. As soon as he does, as soon as he kicks the ball, okay? Not when he starts running, but as soon as they kick the ball, that's your guys' cue to crash onto goal. 11, 9, 8, 7, your cue to crash onto goal. The reason why you wait until he kicks it is offside is called at the moment of the kick. So if you start running when he's running and their back line holds, you're all offside. The second they kick it, you crash goal. Crash goal means run towards goal. All right. Hopefully he drops it in here. One of you can run onto it, score a goal. All right, let's talk about an indirect free kick in the offensive third. Let's say we've earned an indirect free kick inside the box. All right. Goalkeepers don't get called handballs inside their own box usually. So like if one of their teammates passes the ball back to the goalkeeper and the goalkeeper uses their hands, that's called handling, not handball. And you'll get awarded an indirect free kick instead of a penalty kick there. Whereas if an outfield player handballed it in the box, it'd be a penalty kick. Another situation where that can happen is if the goalkeeper has the ball in their hands and they step out of their box. So let's say they've given us an indirect free kick inside of the box. We can't kick it directly into the goal. We have to have 2 people touch it, right? Soon as somebody else touches it, then you're free to shoot. So in this instance, we're going to get somebody up here in front of the ball and somebody behind the ball, and everybody else lined up for the crash on goal. All right. I want this person. You're going to see a lot of people who just like to tap it or give it a little roll or whatever. But these guys are all going to be lined up right here, and as soon as the number 9 touches it, if they know what they're doing, they're going to charge at you to close down that angle in that space. And that's why I want whoever's taking this indirect kick to pass it backwards. All right? That forces all these guys that are lined up in here that are getting ready to charge you, they have to come even further to close down that angle. All right? 2 people have now touched this. 7. In this case, it's the 7, but you know, whoever it is that's taking that shot, shoot it. Okay? Just have one. Whoever passed it back to him, in this case it was the number 9, get out of the way. As soon as you pass it backwards, get out of the way. Take a shot. See what happens. You guys up here that are kind of in front of goal, getting ready to crash, as soon as he shoots the ball, crash towards goal. Maybe they block it, comes off the woodwork, whatever the case may be, you are there to follow that shot in and crash the goal. 4 and 5, stagger out. One of you stay back. I did that wrong. Ball was over here. One of you get about halfway in between, one of you stay back. Ball comes out, 4 have a shot, send it back in, whatever. 5, long ball comes out, hopefully you can chase it down. Okay, that's it. That's it for taking indirect free kicks.